What's up, my meatballs? It's Aaronitmar. Welcome back to some more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Last time we saved the Goron people of Goron City from the evil Ganondorf and from being eaten by Volvagia, the evil ancient dragon, and we defeated Volvagia and we awakened Darunia as the ancient sage of fire. And we also received an iron hammer. Now you'll notice by this rock here that it cannot be destroyed by bombs. But now that we have our new iron hammer, these red kind of rocks, I guess, now can be destroyed in 2 hits with the iron hammer. So as you can see down here, like there's a Deku little shop area that you wouldn't be able to get without the iron hammer. And so this opens up an array of new places in Hyrule to get things, which we're about to go and grab one of those things right now. You'll see right here up on the right that there are two boulders, 2 of the red boulders that we can't break with bombs, blocking the entrance of a door. And if you check with Navi, it should just be like ... question mark. So we go ahead and break those and enter in, and we find a great fairies fountain. So we all know what to do. Go ahead and play Zelda's Lullaby.
Welcome, Link. I am the Great Fairy of Wisdom. I'm going to enhance your magic power. Receive it now.
Our magic meter is enhanced.
Your magic power has been enhanced. Now you have twice as much magic power. When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me.
Alright, so our magic meter has now been doubled. So now it's now the size of our hearts. So now things, well, not the size of the top row of our hearts. So now things such as the sword, the sword spin attack doesn't hurt us. And things like Din Fire, as you can see, they do very little now, whereas they used to make such a huge dent in our magic. Now they don't leave barely a scratch, because we still have, like, look at that, we still have like 80% of our magic left. Alright, so now there are 2 gold sculptures we can get now with the access of the iron hammer, so let's go ahead and grab those now. The first one is right outside of Goron City. If you go over here to the ledge, right by where we had to drop the bomb onto Dodongo's cavern back when we were a child, you can hear the Gold Skulltula, and there's this brownish reddish boulder right here. So if you go ahead and break it with the iron hammer, the Gold Skulltula appears. Alright, so there he is, Gold Skulltula number 63. Alright, and the next one is right here at Death Mountain. The area where the falling rocks used to fall on us. Now that Volvagia is dead, the falling rocks won't fall on us. So go ahead and break the one that's against the wall. It's the closest to Death Mountain. It's the furthest from Goron City. And there is, this should put us at Gold Skulltula number 64. Let's go ahead and see. Yes, Gold Skulltula 64. Alright, so now we're going on to one of the most tedious side quests in the game. It's not the most tedious, but it's one of them. So I'm going to go ahead and meet you guys in what used to be Hyrule Town Market, and we will get started on that. Alright, and we are now in what used to be the guard shop, which is now the Poe Shop. Well, the guard room. It used to be the pot room, really. So we go ahead and talk to this little one-eyed thing. Hey, young man, what's happening today? If you have a Poe, I will buy it. Your car now has 0 points. Come back again. Hehehe. Alright, so we're supposed to be going after Poes. if you bring him a regular Poe, like from Kakariko Graveyard, he'll buy it for just, a couple rupees. But what we're after are Big Poes, and there are 10 Big Poes in the land of Hyrule. And if we get all 10 of those Big Poes, we get a nice prize, like as he said, when we hit 1,000 points. And we have 0 points now, so we've got a long ways to go. So, we're going to need Epona for this, because we can't really do this without Epona. And of course it becomes morning. Oh, and one other thing, we're going to want to empty all of our bottles. We're going to need our bottles to capture these Big Poes, and so we're going to have to go ahead and release all your fairies, release all your bugs, any potions you may have from the potion shop in Kakariko. Anything at all you have, you're going to want as many bottles as you can, because that's going to cut down on the trips you're going to have to make back. Because the most obnoxious thing about this is you're going to have to, every time you catch 3 Big Poes, you're going to have to take it to the shop and sell them, which is tediously long. So I cut that all out of the video. But you're going to have to do that on your own. So every 3, you're going to have to do that. Alright. Alright, so basically the way this works is you travel through an invisible ring in the field and a Big Poe will appear. This is a Big Poe. And you have to shoot it down with 2 arrows. It can be very, very hard. As you can see, it's very easy to miss. So you just have to get better with your aim. I get far better with my aim later on in the Big Poe catching. It took me literally... lots of time. There are a couple of times where it literally takes me my first try to get him. So you just walk up to the dropped Poe Soul. We defeated Poe the Ghost, and we go ahead and want to capture it in the bottle. Alright, Big Poe number 2 is right by Lon Lon Ranch. You want to ride Epona between the tree and the wall, and that's where the ring to make the Poe appear is. And you just go ahead and shoot the Poe, and don't miss like I just did, and there you go. There's Big Poe number 2. Nothing too difficult right now. They do get a little bit harder moving onward, but nothing's too hard yet. Alright, moving on to number 3. We're right by this river, and you want to run through this second bush. That is where you will make the Poe appear. And as you can see, you don't have a lot of time, so you have to angle yourself really properly so that the Poe will run not into the wall and disappear, but into like the open field, so you can continue capturing it. So there's that. Even then I was really cutting it close because it was going to run into the wall anyways. It was lucky that it pauses so you get that extra chance to hit it. And go ahead and catch that Poe. Poe number 4 is right by this tree. You want to run just to the right of it, and your Poe will appear. It's down by in the west by Gerudo Valley entrance. That's one thing you want to really keep in mind when you're following along with this guide is my map position, because map position is everything. If you're not sure where I'm at on the map, then you can just look at the mini map down below, and it'll give you a rough estimation of where I'm at. So that was postal number 4, I believe. Number 5 is literally right by it. It's on this road when the road forks. Right when the road forks, that post should appear, and you can go ahead and shoot it down. Make sure it doesn't run into the walls. This area can be very difficult to catch that Poe in, simply because there are walls on both sides of you. So any moving to the left or right that the Poe does will cause the Poe to disappear. Also keep in mind that if the Poe gets too far away from you, it's also going to disappear. So keep that in mind as well. Alright, the next one is down in the southern area of Hyrule Field. What you want to do is you want to line up by the only live looking tree in the area, and you want to run straight through the patch of grass, because that's where the Poe appears. And go ahead and shoot it down. A lot of these have to do with actually running through a specific thing or running by a specific thing, because that's where the invisible rings to activate the Poe are. So keep that in mind. You're going to have to run like pretty much exactly where I'm running at. Alright, the 6th one is just by that as well. You have to run right by you just barely saw it, that brown boulder on the left. Interesting thing about this clip is I was actually just trying to get a better position to start the clip, and then the Poe appeared, so I just went for it. But there is a brown boulder right down by where the previous Poe was, and that's where this current Poe appears. Alright, the next Poe, you want to be right at the Y. Like, right in the center of the Y, and you want to, on the map, and you want to run right by the gray boulder there, and that's where it will appear. As you can see, if you look down on the mini-map, the paths sort of make a Y right next to the Lon Lon Ranch. Oh, and I just get so lucky. Look, oh, sniped. I get so lucky with that shot. But yes, right down at the bottom of the map, it makes a Y, the crossroads. So what you want to do is angle yourself right on the inside of that Y, and then run right by the gray boulder. The next one is kind of awkward because you have to line yourself up against this angle, like the angle of the wall. The Poe will appear when you're walking up to the wall, but you won't be able to really shoot it because by the time you get your thing out, it will disappear. It'll have gone too far. So just turn around and it'll just reappear immediately. This next one is probably the most awkward because, as you can see, the ring is literally there's literally like 3 seconds if you face it from that way. So what you have to do is you have to back up completely awkwardly against this little ledge down by Kakariko entrance, and then make it appear. So if you aren't very good at controlling Epona, you're gonna have to you might struggle with this one, but it is possible. So don't worry. And with that, we have completed all 10 Big Poes, so we go ahead and sell the final Poe to him. He'll buy it for 50 rupees, so if you really think you can use the cash, go ahead and buy stuff so you have a lot of room, because it will fill up your inventory. And he'll buy it for 50 rupees. On top of that, I'll put 100 points on your card. If you earn 1,000 points, you'll be a happy man. Hee. Wait a minute, wow! You have earned 1,000 points. Young man, you are a genuine ghost hunter. Who are you gonna call? Is that what you expected me to say? Because of you, I have extra inventory of Big Poes, so this will be the last time I can buy a ghost. Shut down your business, did we? You're thinking about what I promised would happen when you earned 1,000 points. Hee. Don't worry, I didn't forget. Just take this. And he gives us an empty bottle. That's right, this is the final empty bottle in the game, so now we have 4. It would have been a lot more useful if we could have had the empty bottle for the Poe adventure, but oh well. So now we've got 4 empty bottles, and that's what this entire side quest was all about. One tip I have for you is you're going to run out of arrows quickly, so you can buy them from the bazaar in Kakariko Village, the shop. So keep that in mind. Well, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I apologize for the montage-like episode. But thank you all for watching this episode of Legends of the Ocarina of Time, and I hope to see you again. Have a fantastic day as Link does some workouts. Thank you all for watching and have a great day.